Probably should have optimized this earlier, but ran out of patience, so... Always do an adjust. For guns, 4 beacons, 5 crushers. One of those boxes at rare. I'm distressed because of how much stuff I seem to have to do at manual. One, two, three, and put a normal one in to handle just to handle launches like that. So this one can be used for automatic shots, and this one can be my, like, weird normal one. Because these will make a rocket in about a minute now. I've got no reason to really second guess that. Yeah, I'll punch it up higher, but... Four of those. One of those. And then Ryan's like, I've got all my stuff. That needs to be an ore, so that it can go back and forth. And have a circuit condition set there for its safe flight. Alright, 4-1 needs a pump. So yeah, these can now do rockets in under a minute when speed's called for. If I do another build-up stage, which I probably will for Ryan's sake. Ask for 5,000 foundation with the intent on using it. Or no. It's been a good boy. It needs 6,000. tlcoffee is going to swap in for Ryan once Gleba gets running. And that's going to be the game plan there. Right. Four hours ago. Well, we're at 41. So. This is the spaceship prep, some of the Spidertron prep, and now I need to just switch tracks and be like, we're doing all Gleba, and then look back at Nauvis every 2 hours to unjam an assembly line, which something's still jammed there, I can tell you that right now. In all seriousness. And that will be that. But I'm looking over at my checklist right now, and like it or not, everything that I need done on Nauvis is done. I just need to get off Gleba within 10 hours. And then work a fast Vulcanus, which I think I can do. I'm more concerned about how I'm going to manage Gleba's swamps at this point. And then probably do a Fulgora at normal. Once I get Vulcanus done, I should have the tools that I need to actually build space platforms economically, though, because I'll have a combination of bulk inserters and good steel from foundries. So that means an idea I have for Fulgora may be practical. Requires a really good space platform, though, or at least a passable one. So, lots of little things to do. All right. Enough of this Nauvis stuff. We're going to Gleba again. This huge box of stuff. See, it's glorious stuff. Alright, got a ton of wood. And that cargo bay will keep on doing its thing. The first priority is just going to be to figure out how to move this base around. Ah! I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do it. I've got stuff coming from orbit. I've got enough things to kind of work and push my ideas forward. I just don't feel like I can push my ideas forward here. Right? So I'll have to keep an eye out for when Mr. Ryan's coming back around. And then I do think this is a Rails Gleba, because of how my situation has evolved. So I want to get that going. Just really quick here. And I don't know how that happened, but it doesn't really matter, because the space is probably not long for this world. You've done your job. You've done your job heroically and well. Sadly, sometimes all that means is not all that very much. Okay, boom, that's the stone. So flop those over so that it actually feeds correctly, and then just be like, so yeah, this is functioning as intended. Really, I always meant it to be this way. Don't throw things at me. Okay. And that will be the local power outage, as expected. Make one more assembler, have it do a bunch of rails, and call it a day on this idea. I am going to need some power for development. Yeah, that'll be good. The way that works is I look at this and I say, good on ya. Go for it. And I'll pull that out. And, oh yeah, I need one more of these for the iron sticks that I need for the rails. I can make some train engines out of this, so it should work fine. Eventually. Do a train yard right over to here. Maybe loop up. So that it's in the center of mass there. All stuff can I grab to prepare for that. Let's see, 2 rail cars. Nothing on the engines. 2 train stations. Could be more than enough. For the filled up inventory, I'm just gonna kind of make some mumbling noises. Be like, oh yeah, I got a plan there. It's going into the back of the tank. That's the plan. That, I'm looking at that as a great idea to start off with, but there's a number of issues with how this has been constructed, period. So, it was a good idea at the time, and now it's done. Oh yeah, I have tank ammo too now. So if the pentapods bully me, I can bully them right back. That's the game plan, at least. I see you, small egg raft. I know your ways. So I think that can unload and avoid the cliff and be the start of the base proper. There's plenty of stone over here, so I can restart landfill and do management operations too. Godfather Bobo. That is an impressive name. The way that I want to do this, I need it to be at least 1, 2, 3, 4 cars long. Alright, just very quickly do some cleanup over here, because it is a new base area, and I don't want to deal with bots running all over the place, grabbing things, or boom puffs exploding. Because this is probably going to be part of the primary work area. And even if I do that, I'm still going to have more wood than I know what to do with, because there's the other stuff which doesn't explode when I run into it. Okay, and that's catching up time because it's stockpiled materials, so that's good. There were things in that queue a moment ago. I looked over and I swear it was there, and now it's not. So, boom boom. This is harder than it looks, because it's like, what is going to be the thing that's optimal? It's a lot less obvious than I wish it was. So I'll do another bonus, so once it comes to that 60 a second stuff, it'll go, right? And it'll behave. And that is one I need to do pre-Vulcanus, just... Ooh, I'll have to look and see how that goes. Oh, wow. Hard choices. But all the basic logistic stuff feels like it needs to come first. This is going to make it so that when that one big platform's done... Sorry, I'm looking for blueprints and trying to think and talk at the same time. Does not work. When tlcoffee's done, I should have enough to crank up the speed on it. And maybe just do a couple quick flight tests to make sure that it can back that Gleba up. That's going to be the thing which keeps me checking on Nauvis stuff a little bit. I'm coming down to the wire here, where I have to shut off auto construction on that project. Also, send these minor ones down ground side. I know this is weird to say, I need to actually send this down ground side, but I do. And then this design can't do science on the whole, so I have to think about whether or not this should be a science idea here. Because it's not going to make enough of that stuff to matter to me. And didn't I correct you? So yeah, how's construction coming on, let's see, demand, list of items that I want. But already done with those? Seriously? I'm almost disappointed. course I forget pipes. Why wouldn't I forget pipes? I really need to get rid of those tanks and just use this one. When it's all done, I'll make a blueprint of it, I swear. That's the idea. It's like, when all is said and done, I'll retire this tank too. And this one. Because, yeah, I'm no longer missing engines, and needs 4 more guns. LDS is coming in slow. Why is it coming in so slow? And that's from that defective run out of these boxes. Yeah, so that still has to get fixed, and it'll take as long as it takes. So iron's correct there. The steel over here is not correct, and oh boy. There's a lot of steel that got shipped to the wrong station. Okay, time to use filters so that it's only iron. And then pull steel out. All the things that I do to triage this idea. And then there's going to be so much steel in my logistics network that I'm going to have to reroute it into assembly lines. That's what this is going to be about. Because otherwise, I do not know how I'll work this and see success. Steel needs to be greater than 48,000. Well, I'll say 5,000. Because of the cleanup job that I'm doing. And increase this to like 1,000. And that should be able to clean up the network without causing it to have critical failure.